So I'm finally gonna do the video a lot of you guys have been asking for, and I don't know why on the 7th gen Celica, but today we're gonna be installing the Pioneer ND-BC8 backup camera. So if you guys have been following the channel, I've already uploaded this reverse camera multiple times on the channel on different cars. I think it's the best reverse camera because of like the connection it has. It has a small thin connection compared to an RCA plug that all these cheap aftermarket cameras have, that I do not like because they will not go through that. And if you do, congratulations, but I just haven't had any luck with them going through that. So let me go ahead and switch you guys around. So here's the packaging. Let's go ahead and open it up. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Struggling. All right, so unboxed it. Looks like we have some like cable stays. We got the Allen key to adjust the camera, and then we got like a rubber grommet for where the wire can go through where you need it to, I guess, go against something. So there's that. And then we have the inline fuse, and then the connection. This is the connection for the reverse camera, and then this is the one you put for your head unit. And it is incredibly long. So this will for sure accommodate the Celica, but it will also accommodate like longer vehicles like pickup trucks and SUVs, long SUVs like the Suburban. So thank you, Pioneer, for doing this. And then we have the actual reverse camera. I love this thing because look, this connection, really tiny. I'm glad that they do this so that it can go through the rubber grommets, and that's why I love this camera. So that's pretty much it. You got the installation manual, but we don't need that. So first thing what we're gonna do right now is, because this is a Celica and it has a hatch, we have to run the wire from up here and basically send it down to this rubber grommet. So one of the first things I did was I removed the garnish that goes on the hatch, and I went ahead and drilled out a new hole because that's where I'm gonna run the wiring for the backup camera. You can try to squeeze it through here, potentially damage the wire, but I'm not gonna do that. And plus, I'm not too concerned about this because our cars don't rust in California, so I'm just gonna run it through here, and I'm gonna put a dab of RTV once I know what exactly or how exactly amount of wire I'm gonna send through the camera. So I'm gonna go through the camera, the connector. We're gonna go through here. Gonna go through there first, and then we're gonna send it through that wire through here. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this wire and then tape it up to this. So I already have my base mounted. You can see I use the self-tapping screw on this side. It should be fine. That's how I've mounted every single one of these. And then I put a screw right here with a couple of washers because it's not as even as over here, so kind of sits a little offset. And then I got the long screw right here with right there with the nut. I don't think that's ever gonna back out because it was rubbing up against the side right here. You can see where it was dragging, so I don't think that's ever gonna back out. But if you can see like this, it's pretty leveled, so the picture we're gonna get is gonna be pretty straight. So I'm pretty satisfied with this. Let's go ahead and put this back on the vehicle. So there you have it. I already put the RTV through it, and that should be fine. So let's go ahead and put the hatch handle back on and all the other stuff. Basically what I ended up taking off was the nuts for the hatch handle, the nuts for the lock, and then the one for another handle, the handle over here. So let's go ahead and put those back in. So I got the wire taped to the aluminum wire, the metal rod, whatever you want to call it. And now we're gonna pull on it and send it to the front. So now we're gonna need to relieve this. So let's pull this down a bit. And there you have it. It already came out. So then we pull on this a little bit. Don't pull on it too hard because then you're gonna damage the wire. And there you have it. That should be enough. Let's go ahead and finish up over here. And just like that, I sent the wire through the grommet. Basically did the same thing that I did before. I just tied the end of the wire, the end of the plug to the wire, and just kept pulling on it. If you do spray some soapy water, you could probably make it a little bit easier on yourself, but I was able to do it, so no problem there. Also, don't cringe on the headliner. It's already sagging and falling apart, so I'm gonna do a reinstall wire, like a suede one, or maybe if I do find the carbon fiber ones, now that I have some more money available, I could probably get one second hand. But I'm gonna go ahead and plug these up back and just send this wire into the interior. There you have it. Went ahead and put the grommets back in. Don't mind the dirtiness. I'll eventually clean that another day. But there's our wire. So we're just gonna run it down the pillars through probably here and down to the seat. Ooh, gotta clean that up. But we're gonna run it down through the seat right here and then take it through the sides, the door sill. So right now, this piece of wire is gonna be your best friend. If you're lazy like me right now and don't wanna remove all these panels, what I did was I popped off this panel right here and I snaked the wire through the pillar, through the top, out here, taped it, and we're gonna pull on it and get this wire all the way over there. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So I got the wire coming out through here now. As I said, I ran it all along the top. So here it is. And now we're gonna get our other harness. And now we're gonna get this harness and then we're gonna connect the camera to it. So don't be intimidated by this long wire. All we're really gonna wanna do is connect this single one, and all these other connections are gonna go under the dashboard. So let's just get this right here. And we're gonna connect this. So we're gonna connect this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and run it all along down on the door sill as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the door sill. And so that wire, I'm gonna run it all along the underside of the door sill, and then we're gonna bring it over here. We're gonna run it underneath the steering column, and it's that one wire, the one with the 3 ground, positive, and video signal. So we're gonna run that underneath the steering column to the back of the head unit. So then we need access to the back of the head unit, and we're gonna go ahead and remove this whole area right here. So obviously go ahead and pull these out. They just pull out with ease. And then you have 2 Phillips heads, 1, 2. Take those out, and this whole thing should be able to pop out, but we need to pop this off first. And with that, pull up the e-brake and then gently lift up on this. If you have an automatic, it might be a little bit hard, so we had to shift it into like drive or low. And let's go ahead and do that. So then we have another Phillips, another one over here, this one and this one. We're gonna go ahead and take those out. So that comes right off, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 10mm bolts. Let's get those out. So this junction splits into 3 wires. Your red is gonna be your accessory 12 volt. So this is gonna go, like, let's say on your head unit where your red wire is at, because that's the accessory. And I think 12 volt is the constant memory. You don't wanna wire it up to the 12, you wanna wire it up to the red. Then you have a slimmer wire, which is black. That's gonna be your ground. You can ground it on the frame of your vehicle. You could ground it on the black wire of your plug for your head unit, wherever. It just needs to be a ground. And then the final one is gonna be this thicker wire, which comes out to be, so that thicker black wire is gonna be this brown connection, this brown RCA, which is gonna go right here in the back of your head unit that says RCN, meaning rear camera in. We're gonna plug it in there. So that is the 3 wires for the camera. That's how you hook them up. But then we need something, a wire that tells the head unit, or when you put it in reverse, that tells the head unit, hey, I'm in reverse, trigger on the camera. So then we're gonna come over here and we're gonna find this purple wire that says reverse gear signal input. We're gonna grab that purple wire. We're gonna grab this purple wire. So we're gonna come back here and we're gonna check our connector for the reverse wire. And that's gonna be this black on red wire right here. Black on red. So let's go ahead and plug that back in so I don't forget to put it in. And then we're gonna go to the front. So then over here in the front where our center console is at, we're gonna have this bundle of wires right here that comes from the back of the vehicle, which has our reverse trigger and everything, or our reverse light input. So the one wire I'm gonna be after, it's gonna be thicker than all of them. It'll be easy to point out. It'll be easy to see. And this wire right here, this black on red, it's thicker than the other ones. So this is gonna be my reverse trigger right here. Really easy to point out. It's a thicker gauge wire compared to all the other ones. So we're gonna tap into here for our reverse. So the purple wire from the back of the head unit, we're gonna tap into here. I'm gonna do it right here just so that it's a bit easier for me and I could just shove it back into the plastic. So again, for these 3 wires, I have the camera input, the ground, and then the 12 volt. So I got those bundled up right here. Doesn't look all that pretty, but I'm not gonna sell this car ever, so it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna tuck it away. And then I got them zip tied to this other loom right here. Kind of zip tied over here as well. And then that runs to the back of the head unit. And again, this is just the 12 volt, the ground, and the video signal for the camera in, which is the brown plug. All right, so let's see if it works. Boom, there you have it. My dog in the background. So then I'm gonna go back to the camera, adjust it so that I can see the tip of the bumper. That way I know as I'm backing up how much or where to stop. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and loosen the edges just enough so that I can adjust this up or down. So let's go a little bit down, see if that's enough. No, let's go a little bit more. Let's go a little bit more lower. See if that does anything. So you could see the line right there. That's my bumper. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it right there. You can't barely tell because of the glare, but you see that line down there? That's my bumper. And so there you have it. It's kind of visible, you know, it kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say it sticks out like a sore thumb, but I mean, I've already had, I have this pretty much on every single car of mine, except the Corolla XRS, and that's going to be next to get it. But I mean, I haven't had any trouble with it as to like people stealing it, because it's like, why would you want to steal it? It's completely useless without the wiring. So yeah, you know, from a distance you could barely see it, but it looks great.